Hello there, everybody. It's Steve again. Um, One thing I haven't really mentioned in this page is kind of my autism story. So I figured it'd be a good enough time to bring it up since this page is really just starting out. Really, we've only been maybe doing this on and off for about a year. So, and we're trying to be more consistent. So, here we go. All right. Might as well start back in 2009. During the recession, I had lost my job, and unemployment in my state was really high, and we pretty much know the whole story of the recession. So I was, pretty much at lost everything pretty much, and trying to start over, you could say. And originally, I was thinking about leaving Michigan, which is where I'm from. That didn't transpire, and looking back on it, I'm kind of glad it didn't. So, but where we were living wasn't the greatest school district, and by 2010, we were noticing something was wrong with our oldest son, Matthew. He was 3 at the time, and he wasn't communicating, that much. He was doing some repetitive motions, and we really weren't even looking at autism at that point. We were thinking hearing impairment. And so we got his hearing tested, and the results came that he wasn't hearing impaired. So we weren't really sure what to do. And then we figured, you know what, it's just a learning delay at that point. So that year also in late 2010, we moved and kind of hit the reset button and start all over. Told my wife Melanie, okay, we're going to do a fresh start here. Okay, we're forget everything that's happened, and we'll just start anew, And that's kind of what we did. It was easier said than done, though. There were some struggles. So beyond that, so we got our son enrolled into preschool, and they were noticing certain things too, and it wasn't a learning delay. They were noticing autism, and I really didn't want to believe it at first, and I went in denial for many months. And then about 6 months later, we got our oldest son enrolled into preschool. Also, not oldest, I'm sorry, youngest son, Aiden, into preschool. And I remember watching him play, and this was the first day of preschool, and he's not interacting with any of the kids. He's not talking. All he's doing is just stacking bricks upon bricks and doing like these hand motions like this. And that's when it dawned on me, he's autistic too. And I still was in denial about it. So I went to get them both tested, outside of the school. I went to 2 different places, 2 different times, best places in my state pretty much. And the results were the same. And I was at the conclusion that, you know what, this is a done deal. This isn't just a misdiagnosis. So that is where, I was overwhelmed. I was unemployed, couldn't really find any work, and now I got to balance a lifestyle with 2 autistic kids. I was pretty much near a mental breakdown, and Melanie and I were not on the best of terms. I'm not going to go into details about that, but a lot of times we were trying to decide which bill gets paid and which bill goes into default, and we were on assistance and living on that, living on unemployment, food stamps, and we were also going to food banks. That's how bad it got. Okay, so by the time 2012 rolled along, I got to the point of acceptance of my children's diagnosis. And I started, getting a little bit better with, I was getting my feet a little wet with advocating a little bit. And then in August, I get a phone call to get my old job back. I'm not gonna say where I work because I like to keep my online life and my work life separate as possible. So it was like I won the megabucks lottery almost. So of course I went back to work. That's in August of 2012. And then my children started progressing more. They started talking more, letting me into their world with each passing year. And to fast forward a little bit, today I've got a 9-year-old and a soon-to-be 11-year-old. And I can have basic conversations with them. Granted, they do still have their sensory issues. And they do act out in public. And they're not the easiest of kids. But to go from being nonverbal to having a basic conversation with them is a miracle. My wife and I did some early intervention programs with them, and the school offered a lot, and I'm not saying where to go to school either, but let's just say we got them in a very good program. And I hope this serves as an inspiration to those that are going through a struggle. If you're wondering, this autism thing's so overwhelming, you're not alone. It was overwhelming for me too. It still is overwhelming. So, and that's why I kind of do these videos and the blog I write is to help others out. Because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to struggle. So that's all I've got. Take care and have a wonderful day, night, evening, or whenever you want to see us, everybody. Bye.